Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. You've no doubt heard the stories of people struggling to make ends meet in an inflationary environment. You've heard of hyperinflation in places like Argentina. This is a place where inflation is currently averaging 42.6% per year. Inflation in Argentina has been running between 25 and 52% over the past 5 years. Venezuela's inflation is legendary, currently running at 3,000% on an annualized basis. Prices are rising so fast that quotes for services are only valid for less than an hour. Prices are increasing at a rate of about 1% per hour in order to maintain pace with the devaluation of the Bolivar. When you're in an inflationary environment, prices change fast. People become conditioned to the idea that prices are constantly changing. They know they can never get ahead really. All they can hope to do is tread water. But this raises the question of what are things worth? We've grown accustomed to knowing what things cost, where our reference point is the dollar. But separating the notion of price and value is sometimes a little difficult when price changes frequently. Has the value of a clay brick changed from one week to the next? Well, not really. Has the value of a 2x4 piece of lumber changed from one day to the next? That hasn't changed either. Has the value of a chicken for dinner gone up? Well, not really. It contains the same amount of calories as it did last week. But we're increasingly seeing prices change quickly. So quickly, in fact, that suppliers are often willing to quote a price only for a short period of time. Lumber quotes are only valid for half a day. Chicken prices have surged nearly 100% in the past year. Lumber is up by a factor of 5.5 times. Fuel prices are up since the beginning of the year. This is largely due to the fall in domestic production. Higher energy prices definitely have a ripple effect throughout the entire economy. But a gallon of gas is not worth any more today than it was 6 months ago. It may cost more dollars to purchase, but it has no more intrinsic energy value than 6 months ago. In my home city of Ottawa, Canada, the price of a single detached residential home has gone up by an average of 42.3% since this time last year. Let's let that number sink in for a moment. 42.3% price increase for a single-family home since this time last year. Will this price increase stick for the long term? Is this the new normal? That means that prices have increased by $221,000 in the past year. That's the average price. That comes down to a price increase of $605 a day, or a price increase of $25 per hour for every hour in the week. When you consider that a workday is 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, the price increase comes to $105 for every hour of the work week. And most working people don't earn $105 an hour. Even if you did earn that much, you would have to put 100% of your income towards paying only for the price increase, not even paying for the house itself. When restaurants stop carrying chicken wings because they're too expensive, it costs too much to be continually changing the menu pricing at a restaurant. We've seen employees in some markets start to ask for higher wages. This is the result of labor shortages. Well, how can there be labor shortages at a time when we have millions of people still out of work? Some areas that are experiencing high growth, like Austin, Texas, only have about 12 days of inventory for sale in their real estate market. That's the lowest on record. No surprise that house prices are up 22% in the past year, and accelerating as more and more people move to Austin. You have major Silicon Valley employers, including Google, Apple, Oracle, and Tesla, all moving people into the Austin market from Silicon Valley. Prices in Austin for single-family homes have been rising at a rate of $243 per day right now with no sign of slowing down. As a real estate property owner, you look at these asset price increases and you might feel good. But as someone who is servicing increasing debt levels, if you're buying into the current market conditions, the prospect might seem daunting. It's all good until interest rates rise just enough to make the affordability of that massive mortgage loan problematic. In the world of commercial real estate investing, these rapid increases in prices tend to favor landlords. Higher housing prices make it more difficult for tenants to transition from renting to home ownership, so demand for rental property continues to be very robust. But when everything is going up in price, the key question is whether rents will increase fast enough to keep ahead of rising expenses. As I record this, I'm preparing to have breakfast. I will not be having strawberries with my breakfast this morning because I was not willing to pay $6 for a box of strawberries. But who knows, maybe in 6 months, I'll be thinking that $6 for a box of strawberries seemed like a relative bargain. As you think about that, prepare to live in a world of very fluid pricing and try to figure out what it means for the prices you're going to be setting in your business. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.